Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, HURIWA, has urged the Chief of Defense Staff, the CDS, General Christopher Musa, to immediately activate pragmatic mechanisms to stamp out all sorts of dehumanizing treatment being meted out to travelers in the southeast region by operatives of security service, mining roadblocks. HURIWA also expressed excitement over the decision of the CDS to appoint a senior advisor on human rights with a full-flagged office. The Human Rights Advocacy Group stated that the decision could signpost a positive and constructive development which, if our analyses are correct, could only mean that the topmost 7 military officer has the greatest inclination towards showing respect for the rule of law and respect for human rights of the citizens and members of the armed forces. The group has therefore called for broad-based consultative partnerships between the security agencies and credible civil rights advocacy groups in the country, so the civil populace could be carried along to support the military in the war on terror and carrying out other legal objectives through internal security operations. HURIWA, which specifically addressed challenges confronted by travelers within the southeast of Nigeria, said that for over 5 years now, passengers within the southeast traveling through military roadblocks are subjected to such degrading, dehumanizing, and disgusting treatment, like forcing them to disembark from the vehicles and to raise their hands like people about to be sold into slavery. And then these security operatives would not even bother to conduct any searches on the vehicles, but simply derive joy in allowing passengers to go through embarrassing and disturbing ordeals. The right group said this mistreatment and dehumanizing conditionality imposed to travelers by the military operatives who man the roadblocks in the southeast region is absolutely unconstitutional and illegal. The association said the human rights provisions in Chapter 4 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria were binding on all authorities. In further underscores the necessity of military operatives being made to observe the rules of engagement that will not go contrary to the universal human rights laws, including those provisions in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the African Human and People's Rights Principles. In a statement by its national coordinator, Comrade Emmanuel Onwubiku, HURIWA disclosed that it was throwing her weight behind the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Abia State Council, that has recently expressed worry over the continuous humiliation of passengers at military checkpoints across Southeast geopolitical zone. NUJ, in a communique after its monthly congress in Umuahia, strongly condemned the practice and demanded its immediate stoppage, saying it was not a good public image for the military. It reads in part, Congress observes with perplexity and condemns in very strong terms the ongoing humiliation and dehumanization of commuters at some military checkpoints on the Enugu-Port High Court Expressway, especially at the NNPC Mega Filling Station Junction, Umuahia, Abia State, University, Uturu Junction, the ABSU Junction, Onoako, Uturu, near the border with Ebonyi State, among others. Congress queries the rationale behind ordering passengers to disembark at the checkpoint and trek across, even when no checks are conducted on their vehicles. It therefore calls on the state government to prevail on the military authorities to review the practice which is generating public condemnation. HURIWA said the CDS, as the officer that has shown inclination towards the adherence to the rule of law and respect for the human rights of Nigerian citizens, must impress it on the other service chiefs, the Inspector General of Police and the Director General of Department of State Services (DSS) that treating citizens of any section of the country like slaves was totally unacceptable. The group asked the army to fine-tune her operational modalities in the Southeast, adopt law-based, right-based and intelligence-based strategic approaches in combating insecurity in the country. Besides, HURIWA said Section 42 (1) in bracket of the Nigerian Constitution prohibits discrimination of citizens on the basis of their ethnic, their religions, or political affiliations. It therefore tasked the CDS to treat this complaint with the highest attention that it deserves, because segregating and treating Igbo travelers or other travelers within the Southeast like a conquered population is unantithetical to the principles behind its setting up to the Department of Civil and Military Affairs by the three ties of the armed forces of Nigeria, such as the Army, the Air Force, and the Nigerian Navy. So guys, what's your take on this? What do you think about what they said? Do you think what the Nigerian Army is doing in the Southeast is right? Do you think the call by the Human Rights, Writers Association of Nigeria is not necessary? Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.